What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Jake Shavink here, and Packers fans. Got a corner in house now in Eric Stokes. And now, obviously, the focus for the Green Bay Packers is now going to shift to day 2 of the 2021 NFL Draft. The money rounds, almost, you can call it, where you can really win the draft and take advantage of value that's there. So the Packers need to do that today. And obviously, with needs across the board at wide receiver, offensive line, and defensive line, even linebacker as well, the Packers could take advantage of the value, and I expect them to come away with two good selections today. So who could it be? Who will the selections be today? Obviously, it's very hard to predict that with the Green Bay Packers because they definitely go off book a lot. So we're going to talk about 10 players who the Green Bay Packers could select and that are potentially on their board. Go through those guys, and maybe at the end we'll talk. Maybe I'll give a little mock draft, a little pseudo mock draft for you guys. But let's dive in right now, talk about the Packers. Really quick, actually, before we dive in, just want to talk about the stream tonight. Live streaming the rounds 2 and 3, 6 p.m. Central. Be there. It's probably going to be pretty soon after this video drops. But yes. All right, let's dive in now. Check out some players. All right. Brady Christensen from BYU. I've talked about him a lot on this channel. 6'5", 302, an elite athlete. Got great movement skills. He's a scheme fit in what Green Bay wants to do. Get to the second level. Good reach blocks, combo blocks in the run game. He's quick pass sets, and he's got leg drive. He really is the all-encompassing wish fulfillment genie on the offensive line, especially on day 2. He can play all 5 positions as well. I think that's very possible for him. Maybe a little bit of mirroring questions on the outside, but this is a guy who could potentially play tackle, could potentially play guard, could potentially play center. And I think the Packers will value that, and if they get him in round 2, maybe round 3, and they like the value, I think this is a real chance that this guy becomes the pick there at one of those spots. Let's talk Boogie Basham here. Defensive line. Maybe a little more shocking. I think 6'3", 274. A lot of people probably expect him to play on the edge. I think he's got 3-tech and 5-tech versatility. This could really invite Green Bay to unlock that NASCAR package a little bit more. This guy's got strong hands, and he's got good quickness, and he uses his hands effectively to quickly get off blocks. He's very technically sound, and in this league now, you're going to have power rushers who can collapse the pocket a little bit more, especially against the quick passing game. So, he's not going to be the speedy rusher that bends around the edge. That takes some time. He can get off blocks, though, quickly, and he can generate power to push the pocket. So it's somebody I think the Packers will value. Another offensive lineman here, Dylan Radins. This just feels like a Packer for some reason. 6'5", 301. Good initial quicks, explosive out of his stance. He's got good movement skills. I just think the foot quickness was the issue on tape, and I think he's gotten better. I think you're banking on that improvement in his game that he showed at the Senior Bowl. At very worst, you're going to get a guard here who's going to be an anchor on this offensive line. I think he can play guard for sure. The question is, can he play tackle at the next level? I think you give him that chance if you select him. So a small school guy that I think Green Bay could make potentially their second-round pick. Dwayne Eskridge. This would be a buck the trend. We talked about the undersized wide receivers on this channel a lot. There's been linked interest here with the Packers and Eskridge. 5'8", 190. He's got the short area burst, the long speed. He's a dynamic player with the ball in his hands. He's got a good catch radius, great hands. He's tough as nails. He's got a good release package. I think he showed it at the Senior Bowl. You saw him be really nuanced off the line of scrimmage and use his hands well to get around press and to create separation for himself. So, contested catches, he's not going to be a real factor there, and downfield tracking is a little inconsistent. But other than that, there are real no holes in his game. Can be a gadget guy. You can ask him to do a whole lot in the slot for sure. And I still think there's an outside chance that, you could put him on the outside and let him win, and I think he can do that. Another guy the Packers have been linked to, Amir Smith-Marset. This is definitely a round 3 selection potential here at 6 foot, 181. Really good deep threat. And he has the speed to threaten vertically. He can eat up cushion. He can quickly separate underneath as well. He's a good route salesman. He can win with double moves, hesitation moves to win vertically. Head and shoulders, uses it to sell on more deep outs or post routes, and he's able to win down the field. He's got good field vision after the catch. This is a guy who could be a returner as well as a gadget player, but also play outside like Eskridge. Obviously got the bigger catch radius. He's a bigger receiver. maybe somebody the Green Bay Packers would be more interested in than some of the undersized guys. Jayvon Holland, another guy we've talked a lot about. I mean, 6'2", 207. This is a nickel player that Joe Burry has harped on getting, for sure. He can play in the box. He can play nickel. Good at man coverage. He wraps up. He closes downhill. He dips under blocks. He makes plays in the backfield. He will do it. He's got good ball skills. I don't think you're going to ask him to play a lot of deep safety because I think he struggles in that area. But if you want a guy who's going to be a starting nickel, going to be effective, reliable tackler, I mean, that's Holland for sure. Nico Collins, if they're going to go big receiver, I think this is the one they take. 6'4", 215, dominates at the catch point, great ball skills, the humongous catch radius. I think you see him make good foot quickness out the line of scrimmage. And again, he's more fluid than crisp as a route runner. He's more of a glider, you could call him. But I think he's somebody who can win with that frame. And he can stack vertically, good hand usage. I firmly expect Collins is on the Packers board. If they go linebacker, which they haven't valued very much, I still think it's Pete Werner of all of them. He's got good coverage chops. He's a converted safety, 6'2", 238. Can deconstruct blocks really well with his length. You know, for 238 pounds, you know, you watch him compared to some guys in his class, Jayvon Collins. He gets off blocks better, and I think he's got good awareness in zone coverage, and he will come downhill and blow running backs up on the blitz. So, tough player, good player. It'd be a lot of fun in Green Bay. The fun one. Quinn Miner, 6'2", 320. Obviously, the Packers and him had a private workout leading up to the draft. Versatility is king in this league. He can play guard or center. Center will be a little bit of an adjustment for him, but again, if he's the long-term solution there, I think Packers fans would like it. He's real powerful, and he's got great knee bend and pass pro. Had an awesome week down in Mobile. So, I mean, again, I don't think Packers fans would have any complaints with a pick like this. Spencer Brown would be an interesting one. Obviously, at 6'8", 311. He is your athletic champion in terms of the relative athletic score. The perfect 10, converted tight end, great footwork. He'll get out in space and lead the charge. You know, I mean, the foot quickness, the lateral quickness. I mean, you're going to see that on tape. You saw it in Mobile as well, to stay in front of guys. Obviously, he's just going to have to play with better leverage. He's going to have to get his knees low. He's going to have to keep his back flat. And, you know, he needs to keep improving as a pass protector in that area against powerful rushers. And so, you know, a little more developmental. But, again, another player who I think might be on the Packers board. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I did Packers Day 2 targets. Wouldn't be surprised if potentially 2 of the 10 on here are Packers by the end of the evening. Speaking of the evening, rounds 2 and 3. Remember, live draft show. Me and my buddy Nate, we will be on YouTube and Twitter, both, talking all things NFL draft for 4 or 5 hours. So should be good. Breaking down every pick. Obviously, we'll be talking about the Packers, be talking about all the headlines, and just bring questions for fun. So hope to see you guys there. And I will see you guys very soon in a new video. I'm sure a lot coming out, obviously, with the draft finishing up this weekend. So see you guys very often and very soon. Farewell.